And Raji, tell me about the setup here. There's been concerns about things like the gaming sector demand, crypto perhaps, and then data center. Maybe is a little bit in question, but you know the valuation of Nvidia really has been compressed relative to where it's sat for the last couple of years.
Yes, I agree with a lot of what you just said. The setup I think is fairly good. I think they're going to have a good beat and raise quarter. I think however, any potential upside or additional upside could be capped on the gaming side. Gaming demand has slowed down in part because of some of the lockdowns in China. They generate probably about 20% of their gaming revenue from China, so I think that's having some impact. Some of the premium pricing they used to get in terms of their gaming GPUs, I think the pricing premium is the gap is starting to kind of narrow it down a bit. And then you also kind of have the Ethereum kind of collapse in the price. It's hard to gauge exactly how much percentage of revenue Nvidia is generating from Ethereum, but we estimate it could be anywhere between kind of 2 to 3% of overall sales. Those are some of the headwinds on the gaming side. Having said that, the data center business, which is more than 50% of their revenue, is growing 80% year over year. That actually is the highest gross margin part of their business, probably 70% plus gross margin. If you hear the commentary out of Google or Facebook or other hyperscaler companies, they're spending significant amount of money and capex on AI and machine learning. That has not slowed down, and Nvidia is kind of the primary beneficiary for cloud capex spending as well as enterprise spending.
Anything in particular that you'd be looking out for in the results on the call that might, give you a little bit of pause right here? I ask because, I mean, it is well below its highs. I think, are you still carrying a $400 price target? That assumes it's really going to recapture a lot of that valuation premium. So what might be the potential hiccups?
Well, I think the hiccups are the headwinds in gaming, mainly related to kind of macro factors, particularly in China, or particularly if there's a kind of a slowdown in overall demand gaming. I think that, the Ethereum cryptocurrency risk is something that they can control, versus, say, 3 years ago. But that is something we need to get more insight in terms of how big of an impact that will have this quarter. I do think, though, the core kind of thesis around data center and data center growth is that thesis has not changed at all, and I think the growth is going to continue to be extremely strong. You have to understand, I mean, this stock, the multiple has compressed 50%. The stock is trading at a 5-year low, yet their earnings are going to grow 30% this year. Plus or minus, even if you have some slowdown in gaming, their earnings are going to grow 30%. So this is all about a reset in the multiple, nothing really to do with multiples. And you can, make that argument across semis. We've seen multiple compression, yet earnings growth is going to be, on average, probably mid-teens. So Nvidia is going to hit hard because it's considered a higher valuation chip stock.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's down about 29 times forward earnings, so I guess it was 60 not that long ago. So to your point, Raji, thank you very much.